and started without me. Now, he seems to have mended his hop up. I think it was an electrical fault. So yeah, Tony got his hop up out to mend it this morning, and he's already started without me, because he's already taken this set of shutters down. He's going to move it along and take the next set down over here. Need longer arms, Tone.
Yeah.
Oh, have you? Oh, it's still not working properly then?
No.
Must be something to do with the oil then.
Yeah.
It's definitely doing better than it did the other day.
Yeah.
Are you fixing the roof while you're up there?
No?
Is there tiles in the gutter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Another job for you. I can see one further along here, look.
Yeah.
You can get that one later.
That's why the water's coming over the top.
Yeah, it was all crashing down the other day, wasn't it? Never mind, add it to your long, long list. Right, up there, what's the matter? Just having a look, okay. There's a little bit more traffic around today, but not much. Still fairly quiet. Another one done. These windows aren't too bad at the front. I know they're single glazed, but we're going to keep those for a while, aren't we? What from here? Right. Set number 2. It's a big lorry coming town. It's going slowly though. Yeah, he's taking it easy. It's a big one. The tone's still up there. Tony's measuring up to make new shutters if he can't repair the old ones. As you can see, there's not much of a pavement here for the lorries, but this hop-up thing fits perfectly. That's a good idea, Tone. Get rid of the cobwebs while you're up there. Can you clean the windows? Can you clean the windows? We don't seem to have window cleaners over here because all the French windows open inwards because of the shutters. So it's easy to clean them yourselves. But yeah, you don't see window cleaners over here like you do in the UK. It could be a new career, Tone. Standing out here filming Tony, I've just noticed that one of our tall chimneys on the middle house is castellated on the top. It looks like a castle turret. And they're very tall chimneys, especially on this house here. I think this was very slightly grander than our front house, because the taller the chimneys signified how wealthy you were, which is why you see very tall chimneys on a lot of chateaus. Right.
Both positions.
What do you mean?
There's a weak hole here.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So you think it's leaking oil?
I think it's been chopped up too much.
Oh, you think it's got too much in it? So in that case, the more you use it, the better then.
Yeah, just look here.
Yeah, can you take some out of it?
I've got a leak here somewhere.
Hang on, let's motor come in.
See, look, down the ground there.
Oh
In
yes.
2 positions.
Yes. Looks like we might have some excess oil. Do we want it to squirt or not? Hey?
No, we don't.
We don't want it to squirt. It's not squirting at the moment.
It'll come down, I think.
It's when you come down, is it? Is it when you come down? Hey. I'm checking. I'm still checking. Right, I'm going to stand back a bit in case you drop it. When you said there's one on the other side of what?
What?
Never mind, just you concentrate on what you're doing. Don't worry about me. Am I supposed to be looking in case it's squirting? It looked like it might have squirted a tiny bit. Hang on. Well, not, I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for. That looks like a bit on the floor, but that could be from anything.
Look, that's where it's squirting out that much.
Yeah. Okay. Perhaps it's finished squirting. It's not squirting. Does it wait till you get to the bottom?
I don't know.
I haven't noticed any squirting, Tone. No, it's... Ah, there. There's a little tiny bit down here at this end of the piston. Yeah. Underneath this end of the piston on the floor. There's some evidence. Oh, I don't think I better stand under that. There's a big truck coming, Tone.
Get out of the way then.
Well, I'm out of the way. He's had to come quite close over this side to avoid you. Woo, that wobbled a lot. He's wobbly up there, Tone.
Hey?
I wobbled a lot. There's another big truck coming. I was just going to come and check for squirtiness. There's a big truck coming. Oh, where's all this traffic come from? There was too much traffic for me to look, Tone. But it's not squirting, it's not coming out of that hole. Just down here, look.
Yeah,
there's two drips now.
Yes, but it's not squirting out like it was, so it's fine.
It's dripping though. I think it's just because you haven't used it for a long time, isn't it?
Yes.
Can I help? Okay. They're really heavy, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think they're made of?
Timber.
I know they're made of timber. What sort of timber? Do you think they're oak? They're very solid, aren't they? Yeah.
$12.65.
Get a different angle, Tom.
Yeah. Thanks, sir.
Oh. No.
Did you make it yourself?
No, I chopped it up in the yard and then welded it back together again, because it was too tall.
It wouldn't fit in the trailer, would it?
Yeah.
You know this is lifted up?
Yeah, that'd be alright.
It's got wheels on it as well. It goes down to the...
Alright.
It's like a barrow almost. Oh, we're just saying, you can take your sign with you. This one here.
Oh, that one there's one.
Don't forget it with this, couldn't he?
Where are these going?
Just inside, you'll see the others there, right?
Alright.
Oh, I don't know which way is safe to go. Are you just measuring?
Yeah. We'll leave these up here till I come to put the hinges on.
Right. They're wired together, aren't they?
Well, I'm going to go and put this away.
Aren't you taking Carol's sign down?
I don't know if Carrie wants to take it.
What did you ask?
Hey?
I thought you was going to ask when you came back. I'll go and ask her then. That would be lovely. She hadn't thought about it, but yeah. Ah, you've got a squirty now, look.
Yes, I know.
Oh.
Where we're to put that.
You've done it already? Oh, that didn't take long.
I realise how big it is.
What, the sign?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite heavy, isn't it?
No, it's not that. It's just it's quite big.
Yeah, but it needs to be if it's right up there.
It's too high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody ever noticed it.
Oh, we did. It's nice. It's a nice thing to have. Yeah.
So I wouldn't touch it up.
No, I wouldn't.
No, just leave it. It's nice with the age on it that it's got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Whoever painted them were quite good at it, weren't they?
Yeah.
I think it was Patrick May.
Was it the same person who painted the other sign on the other side of the car
No,
park?
this one here.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
right, yeah, the other side of the car park.
Painted this one. And yeah, you've got one on the other side of the car park.
Yeah.
This end seems smaller.
1855. So max frame is 1845.
1845 on this. Yeah. This is number 4, is it?
Yeah.
On the front.
Max height
1845 we said, I think.
1842. Big for a window.
Yeah. While we're here, there's a bit of a crack along there. Is that going to need something to push it back? Is that going forward like the other bit?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Right.
All this can come off, look.
Actually doesn't. It looks like surprisingly few cracks up here. There's a little bit on that corner one. But this is actually pretty
If you thingy this, if you
pretty
shot,
solid.
If you shot blast and get rid of all this.
Yeah, we want to show the stone up here, don't
Shot blast
we?
all of that. Take the nails out.
Yeah.
Seal it with PVA and thingy, and it's job done.
Yeah, well, you'd have to re-render it. Look, there's horrible bits.
Yes.
Not render, the grouting stuff. What do they call it? Long mortar.
Yes. And then thingy, obviously, insulate between these rafters.
Yeah.
Plasterboard between the rafters, and it's job done.
Is there a gap? Yeah, there is actually. Look, there's a big gap behind these beams where you could put insulation behind it as well. That's actually really useful.
That's when you've got to put the insulation.
And I'm talking about not just in strips underneath it. I'm talking about you can actually get behind the beam.
Well, you could do, but then you'd lose all the beams, wouldn't you?
No.
You'd lose all the rafters.
What do you mean? You're going to lose the you're going to lose the ones that are coming down, but not the sideways ones, are you? You are.
Yeah.
See, we can bring out all these timbers in the wall here, can't we?
Yes.
It'll be lovely.
Is there anything stopping us doing this?
Yeah.
What?
What's stopping us doing that? Because we haven't designed it yet. We're not just sticking it in the hole because that's way too low. We don't know the levels of the balconies.
No,
I would just leave all of that.
you can take that beam out. If you wanted, you can take that beam out now.
What, you're going to put it up to the top?
But you can't leave it like
Now.
that. It's coming under their head.
That's what I'm saying, and this one's even lower.
Yes.
This bit, what do we do about this bit, Tone? Because that is the window for the upstairs bathroom.
I know this. You drill a hole in here.
What, you drill a hole? That, do you know how thick those walls are?
Put the extractor fan in. That's it.
What, instead of a window?
Yes.
I'd rather have some sort of daylight,
Well, then,
fresh air.
then move the window around the side.
Well, this is what I thought you was going to suggest, but I mean...
Well, that's a lot of work.
Well, the other thing is that we could have a lobby, but then you still would have people standing outside the bathroom window, which isn't good.
I can't have that in here.
No.
Anyway, this one's a new floor here,
Right,
obviously.
no, just a thought, but we are going to be putting a skylight up the top there somewhere for a bathroom, aren't we, in the roof,
I'd have
on the
so.
back. There's going to be a bedroom up there and a bathroom, so we may well be able to bring some light down that way somehow.
Perhaps in a sun.
If we had another... No, even if you had a skylight and you raised the ceiling in the bathroom here slightly. We'll have to think about that one.
Yes.
But obviously, it's not desperate that we need... We've got a bathroom in the Jeep with no window.
Yes.
Right?
So I wasn't thinking about bathrooms.
No, I
I
know.
think about this.
Now, you were going to block that doorway up there, weren't you?
Yes.
Is that still the plan?
Yes.
We can see it really clearly from here now that used to be a window with the stone bit at the top. And the rest of it's been cut out later, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the plan is to block that up and access it from the other house?
Yeah.
Is that... No, it's not a good idea to do that yet, though, is it? Because we need access to it
Yeah.
for work.
Well, it's for the time being, yeah.
Right, okay. All these walls in here, see, we could be getting on with this project, can't we? Because all these walls,
Tell you what you could do.
we're keeping all this stone, aren't we?
Yeah, tell you what you could do.
What?
You could have lights in that loft. You get rid of the stairs. Put a
Yeah.
glass panel in there.
Don't you think that would look a bit spooky?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you think that's... Well, I don't know. Let's think about it, maybe. But I don't know if it's pretty enough for that, because it's now got bolts and things in it. And
Only that after the roof has.
we'll see. We'll shine a torch up there and see what we think. But yeah, I know what you're saying. You might be able to backlight it or something.
Yeah, backlight, put a glass panel in.
Well, I was thinking probably having some huge tapestry up there or something, or huge mirror to reflect, because we want a giant chandelier up here, don't we?
Yes.
So it would actually be rather nice to have a huge mirror up there.
We could put it
Up
on the inside
really
and frame
high.
it around the old window frame. couldn't
Well,
you?
that's what I'm wondering, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe even bigger than that. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to see yourself in it, but it would just reflect the chandelier. But all this stone here needs cleaning up and pointing, doesn't it? And also, we need to look at that. We've got a metal beam thing coming through over there. We don't want to see that, do we?
There's another window up there, an old window, look.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's really weird, actually. That's really high up. It's not got the stone surround though, is it?
Yeah, it's got stones on the other side of it.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Can't see very clearly because it's not very bright in here. I've never noticed that before. See, when you stand and look at things, and this must have had another floor in here, I think, at head height. But then that building there must be older than this bit we're standing in, mustn't it?
Why?
Because why would you do that to a window? Well, you wouldn't have a window looking into another building, would you? It would be outside.
Guess, I don't know.
Well, it's a puzzle, isn't it? Anyway, this is going to be massive when it's done. So we need to decide on what we're doing with those walls. Are we keeping the timbers visible? That doesn't look very pretty, does it, over there?
What?
these two walls here, like the wattle and daub stuff. Although that bit looks quite interesting. I think if you repointed that between the timbers,
that would look quite good because we like the wood on this side, don't we? So we've got to decide what we're keeping on show and what we're not. Are we, for instance, are we not? Oh, sorry, I fell over a step. Are we knocking all the render off up that bit? Because that's like those little thin brick tile things, isn't it?
Mm. It would be cheap just to knock it off.
I think we need to sandblast a lot of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
But we can be doing a lot of prep, can't we? Like, as you say, like the insulation, putting that window in the front, taking out a lot of the bits that we don't want to see. It's going to have to be, look, we've got the same thing on this side, so that must be that one beam that they've had a problem with, because you've got steel coming through this way as well. We need to get up there and measure and see head heights and things, don't we, and plan it out. We've got a lot to be getting us through the winter to do.
The architects on this one.
What's that?
Because it's not a dwelling, is it?
Ah, well, we need to sort of put some stuff on paper and go and see the mayor. It's attached to the dwelling, which apparently gives it more of a chance of being converted into a dwelling.
Oh, I'm sure he's not worried about converting it into a dwelling. You know?
Well, we'll have to go and talk to him, won't we? Well, let's just say we want to convert this into a living space, a bedroom and an ensuite. To show him a drawing of it. Hasn't got to be too fancy. Show him some pictures of what it looks like at the moment and then see where we go. We need to think about balconies, don't we? Because Tony wants to create a balcony that goes around this whole courtyard. And we've got different heights. Obviously there's this balcony at the moment, but that is far too low, that rail. So would you think that we could probably keep it at that height?
That balcony, because
keep this balcony, but not the steps.
Keep rid of the steps.
But then we need to get up to this part here,
So
which
you
is
have to go
higher.
up and then back down again.
So what we'll probably do then is sail past this and block this in.
No.
You want two doorways in here, do you?
Well, either a glass panel on the doorway or whatever.
What I'm saying is you don't have to have steps up to this. If you're gonna fill it in and put a glass panel in it for light, like a window, well, you could just put a window in it, couldn't you?
Yes.
Then the balcony could carry on at the lower height until you got to that point of that doorway, and then you'd have to have a step up. The idea is to have a balcony all the way around the courtyard, because we intend on making some of those upstairs rooms over there into a couple of apartments, and this one into an apartment.
There to there, and I'll call it 7, 3, 8. Right?
Yeah.
To there.
Okay.
7, 3, 8.
So over the years they would have shrunk and moved, and because they're very dry, aren't they?
Yes.
They've probably been up there for 100 years.
7, 6, 3, 5.
You're writing it on the top of the pen. Would you like a piece of paper?
Yeah. And I've got
What's this, the size of the opening?
hinge to hinge.
Okay.
12.75.
So,
2 mil difference.
but then there's going to be a little bit, because they're not going to be that tight together. You've got to have a couple of mil for them to open and close, haven't you?
Well, there is a couple of mil.
So it's not a problem then.
Well, what I'm saying is I think we probably want more than a couple of mil.
What difference? So you're saying that bit needs to be squeezed in further?
Yes.
Right with that, could you not take a bit off of the side? Is it the same on the other end?
It's here.
Oh, so it's just this piece at this end?
They clamp together there.
Right.
So you can't plane that. Because it's in a recess.
Okay.
So the question is, do I?
So you've squared it up now, or as much as you can.
It's square now, yes.
Right. So the plan is to put a metal strap across where that blue thing is at the moment?
Top to bottom, yeah.
From point to point,
Yes.
corner to corner,
And that will
to
stop
keep them
moving
square.
again. I should come, yes, inside here.
Yeah.
But
Which would then be painted the same colour as the shutters and save us a fortune
yes,
on making new shutters or buying new shutters.
yes.
So what will you use? A strip of galvanised flat bar?
Yes.
Right.
Not a lot in it. And if I put it together as it was, then
So are you saying it's not going to fit? I mean, is there more play in the hinges as well?
no, there's no play in the hinges.
So it fits snugly on the hinges.
Well, yes.
So from what you've measured, it hasn't shrunk, it's grown.
Yeah, probably. I think that should butt up.
So was that from centre of hinges?
Centre
or-
of hinges, yeah.
Right.
I should think that should butt up, but then if it can't, but then if these
Well,
looms...
then they're not going to move any
they
further, are they? Can't make
can't.
it any smaller.
No, you'd think not.
Is this number 3 set?
Yes.
So this is the set that was already closed?
Closed?
Yeah, they've been closed for a while, haven't they? Because we
Yes.
couldn't open them.
Yes.
Because they were the most dodgy ones.
Yes.
So can you not recess that bit a little bit more? All the way
here,
along?
with
Yeah. I don't know. A router? I don't know. I don't know
Maybe.
how shutters work.
Maybe. With that router I've got, maybe. Might be able to do that.
Well, if it's just a case of taking a little bit off of that so that they shut properly, no one's going to get up there with the tape measure, are they?
It's not what I'm saying.
No,
What I'm
what's
saying
it?
It's too snug.
Yeah.
2 mil is not enough. It's too snug.
So could you not route some off of that without making it
Yeah, I reckon so.
weaker? Sure, you could take 5 mil off of there, couldn't you?
Right, anyway, it works. We know it works.
I've got to paint it as well. That'll make it snug. You will know, won't it? You'd be surprised. A coat of paint makes things snug. Oh, it's going to take me a while to paint all that, isn't it? With all them different...
Yes.
There's 6 of those, isn't there? And then we've got the same ones on the back.
No, there's 8. 2 across the barn, which I might be able to
Oh, you
do
haven't
as
took
well.
those off yet. So there's 8 for them in the front.
Yeah.
It's going to take me a while, isn't it?
And then
Right, this is a postcard of the Arnon looking towards the bridge, and on the right hand side of the bridge you can see the end of our barn and our gates to our end barn, and you can actually see the women doing the washing in the river. Not sure when this would have been, but they've got full length dresses on. At least 100 years, well over 100 years ago. You can actually see they've hung the washing on the rail there, and those rails are still exactly the same. The stone posts and the railings are still there exactly the same as it was then.